pew, 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 pew.
So you've decided to try Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Maybe you were super excited to start. Maybe you have misgivings. Maybe you aren't even sure what it is. No.
It's rock the most electrifying move! Yes! He was up!
No, not that either. Actually, that's pretty close. So what is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? It's not striking, punches and kicks. It's not wrestling, slams and pins. It's what we call submission grappling. As the name suggests, the key to submission grappling is the submission. A submission is simply making someone give up. Why would you give up? Well, at the beginning, it might be because you're in an uncomfortable position, you're tired out, or you're not sure what's going on. With more experience, you will only give up when there's a risk of an injury. Wait, does this mean that I'm always this close to being injured? Yes and no. Make no mistake. The techniques you are learning are real. They are meant to break bones and tear ligaments and put someone out cold. But we have a safety net. There's a powerful and effective one. It is called the tapping system. Tapping will keep you safe, and it will happen a lot. Like a lot. Like as long as you do jiu-jitsu. Like forever. Forget the guy at the bar watching the UFC going, I wouldn't tap to that. A middling blue belt could make that guy cry for mercy and then give him a flyer for a free class after. So you will tap. How? Simple. 2 or 3 quick taps with your hand will send a message. If you can, tap your partner. If you can't, tap the mat. If you can't do either, simply say the word tap. Remember, any training partner worth your time has no interest in injuring you. They simply want to succeed. And once you've tapped, they have succeeded. However, injuries can occur when someone doesn't feel or hear the tap. So that's the submission part of submission grappling. What's the grappling part? Well, it turns out that breaking someone's arm is hard. Tearing out their knee is hard. So how do we make it happen? We have to control their body and limit their movement. I'll get into way more detail about the how and why of that in a later video. But for now, just know that they have to be pinned. All of these pins we call dominant positions. And if you are the unlucky recipient of this dominant position, you are considered in an inferior position. So a large part of jiu-jitsu isn't just the submission, but the grappling to get into a dominant position or to escape in an inferior position. Yeah, those things. Okay, yeah, get out. Yeah. In fact, that is what a class is often broken into: getting into a dominant position, escaping an inferior position, applying a submission. Let's go over a few of the dominant positions so you can start building a vocabulary of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And there's going to be quite a vocabulary. There are English terms that are pretty easy to interpret, like back and mount and side control. Then there's some Portuguese thrown in, like omoplata or Americana. No. Yeah, that's it. There's even some Japanese thrown in, like Jujigatami or Ashigarami. Yeah, that's not very helpful. But yeah, like any complicated endeavor, there's a lot of unique vocabulary. But let's start simple. The very best position you can get in is on your opponent's back. They have almost no attacks, and you have a plethora.
Would you say I have a plethora of piñatas? A what? A plethora.
The next best is the mount. Extremely powerful when strikes are involved, very good in a pure grappling situation. We then have side control. Some, myself included, consider this a more powerful position than the mount. From here, we start looking at guards. The term guard is interesting. What it means is that you have your legs between you and your opponent. You have the ability to apply all 4 limbs. If you have a few extra, go ahead. Usually, they are standing or on their knees, and so they have that advantage.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
But you have the advantage of all 4 limbs. There are a lot of guards. Half guards, closed guards, De La Riva guards, K guards, worm guard. Again, think of a guard simply as a neutral position where you have all 4 limbs between you and your opponent. Finally, for this video, what do we need to be able to do jiu-jitsu? Well, mainly you need a partner. There are solo drills and they have value, but mainly you need another person to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You also need a reasonably soft surface. Mats are the best, but a carpeted floor will do. As for what to wear, well, traditional BJJ is done with a gi. We will go over what the difference is between gi and no-gi jiu-jitsu in a future video. Many people, myself included, enjoy no-gi jiu-jitsu over gi, where you can wear a t-shirt or even better, a rash guard. Which is great because it's a little safer than a t-shirt and way cooler. Some people even like to train shirtless, but not me. So welcome to jiu-jitsu. We have a lot more to go over in future videos. You are just getting started. Jiu-jitsu is a fantastically fun martial art. It's also super, super fun to be good at. See you soon.